let me not talk, because if I start talking now, a decision has to be made about how we value and therefore interact with the people around us. Hi, welcome. I hope you're doing good. So today I wanted to talk about adult friendships. They're so different, right? When you're growing up, you choose people, but then it's very passive. You don't have to really put in a lot of effort because of the environment you might find yourself in, where you're always with the same people every single day, and so not a lot of effort is needed. But as we go on in life, I've just come to conclude that a decision has to be made about how we value and therefore interact with the people around us. Now, for me and myself, I've decided that the people who I call friends, close friends, hold a certain level of priority in my life, and therefore that needs to be reflected in the way I interact and treat them. So for me, friendships, close friendships, I would say more so close friendships, require a certain level of intention and consistency. I can't say I'm friends with somebody and I've not spoken to them in how long. I don't know anything about their life, and the way I'm keeping up with them is through social media. Hello? We don't used to do that. Social media is so interesting, and I think it has sort of impacted on the way, to some extent, maybe not completely, and for some people maybe not at all, but I think to some degree for some people, social media has impacted on the way they do friendships well. It creates this false sense of proximity. On the other side as well, it gives us this false sense of proximity to strangers. We think we know their character, we think we know their family, we think we know where they live. As my dear friend Adama will say, we don't have a Scooby of who that person is. Social media is very surface level. It's good. I'm not downplaying it, because it actually has brought a level of connectedness that maybe people in the past would have never been able to have, and a level of quickness of interacting with people. But that's what it is. Quick and surface level. It doesn't bring depth. It doesn't bring depth. And if I'm thinking about, I want depth in my friendships, I hold friendship as valuable. I hold friendship as something that's really important. Therefore, it has priority in my life. Okay, so if something has priority in my life, what does that look like? It means I give it time, I give it effort, I give it attention. I make a decision to say, this thing now has room in my life. This thing is not an inconvenience to me. Actually, it enhances the way I am living my life. If I think about the sort of life I'm trying to build, and the future, even the present and the future that I want to live in, it includes my friends. And so I can't have this idea in my head of how I'm going to live my life, not talk to the people around me or be intentional, and then when I get there decide I'm going to plop everybody into whatever I was building without any real effort from before. It doesn't work. I don't want to be that person that's like laying claim to something that I've not put effort in. I want to be intentional and consistent in my friendships, because I want longevity with the people around me. I'm so grateful to God for them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls. And so I don't want to take them for granted. How can I make sure there is longevity to these friendships? Intentionality. I feel like intentionality is like a made up word. Do you guys feel like that? Intentionality, it just feels made up. Anyway, being intentional, being consistent, prioritizing the people around me, like actually giving them room and space. Like, listen, you are my chosen family member. What's up? How you doing? What's going on? Let me know. Remembering that social media is surface level. I mean, it's a good way to light touch. It's a good way to do the bants, do the ha 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 ha. It's a good way to just do touch points. But in terms of developing intimacy, in terms of developing depth, there actually needs to be a level of sacrifice in our friendships. And so from me to you guys, I want to do better. I hope this video encourages you as well to really assess your friendships. Like, how am I showing up for my friends? Am I actually putting the intention and the work? Is friendship even something that is of value to me like that? Like, how do I value friendships, and how do I communicate this value through my actions? How do I show it? What do I need to change? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to give more on or pull back from? You know, because we are not created to be alone. I really am convinced that we're created to do life in community with one another. And so if that is the case, what can I do to ensure that? As far as it concerns me, what can I actually do to ensure that? So thank you guys for watching. Please let me know in the comments practical things you do to maintain good friendships, wholesome friendships, friendships with depth. Not just friendship that you're doing up where, let me not talk, because if I start talking now, but friendships with depth, friendships that are wholesome, friendships that are consistent, that are intentional? Let me know down below. Let's continue the conversation. Some of the practical things that you guys do. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to like this video. Please share this video. Let's keep the conversation going, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.